Is that early? I don't know. It's just after 4 a.m. I don't even know what day of the week it is, so it's off to a good start. I am heading for the boat to Scotland, to Kharkiv. I've done a deal to part exchange my Escort and get a new toy. Tired. So my new toy, as I've mentioned in a few other teaser videos, if all goes to plan, this has 4 extra cylinders on my Escort. It's an American, sort of an engine in it, with a British car. It, if you haven't guessed it already by now, is a V8 Mark II Granada with a 302 5-litre V8 from a Piranha Capri of some sort in it, with a genuine Piranha BG engine. So yes, I'm looking forward to getting over there in Scotland and seeing it, to see. It's always hard trying to tell over the phone, over pictures, videos, what a car is really like. But this one seems to be really solid, and to be honest, that is the main thing. The main goal for this whole project is to get something that is MOT-able in a short space of time, that I can just jump into this summer and take the family out on shows and runs and stuff. The Granada has 5 seats and it's a practical but yet V8 car, so it sort of ticks all the boxes for what I need at the moment, family life and whatever. I have the Capri for my 2-seater caged mental car, so this hopefully will tick all the rest of the boxes for me. So yes, enjoy the journey today. I'll be bringing you along with me, of course, as per usual, and yeah, I'm excited, very excited. This is probably one of the biggest car purchases I have made in my life. It sort of shocks me how much Mark II Escorts are worth, because I'm getting this Granada plus a good bit of money my way. So yeah, I know I've spent the money on the Mark II, and I'm very aware of what money I have spent on the Mark II, but it still shocks me how much these things are worth as a bare shell. It's stupid money. So it's time to get out of it while I still can, while I'm still getting out okay, and yeah, going from there.
Forever young, or am I faking? On the tip of my tongue, there's a sarcasm waiting for you. I'm willing to trade my soul for a bit of your charm. There's no way I'll fade into oblivion, 'cause I'll keep shining over you all. And if your wings entwining, you better face the fall, keep trying again. Oh yeah, keep trying again.
So, made it onto the boat. Escort's on the back of the trailer. It's a good morning. Had a fry. Thoroughly enjoying myself. We'll get the boat journey over. I'd say it'll take another couple hours, and then we'll be into Bonnie, Scotland. So, yeah, I'll turn you around. See Harlet and Wolf there still in the background over there. You should have seen them earlier in the video and on path. That side over there, people that aren't aware, this is Belfast Lock we're now sailing in. That's Bangor and Hollywood stuff over that far side. I currently live somewhere over that hill, away over there somewhere. So yeah. Anyway, enough random ramblings. On to the next bit.
There's mud on the floor, desperate people trying to get through the door, although the room's already crowded. But I'll keep shining over you all, and with your wings entwining, you better face the fall and keep trying again. Oh yeah, keep trying again. Trying again.
So, if you haven't already guessed what I've bought, it's an American powered 302 V8. It's actually a Piranha engine. I don't know what it's out of, but it has a genuine Basil Green engine number. And I have exchanged a Mark II for a Mark II Granada. This thing sounds unreal. I'll start her up here in a minute for you, but for now, we'll take you a bit of a journey around her. I didn't want to video a car cave just out of privacy and respect for the company, so I thought I'd pull up the road a wee bit and do a bit of here. Yes, I have all the, she is South African import. I have all the paperwork and stuff to register over here, but it's not obviously done yet, so I can't drive her home. Although I don't think it really needs much for MOT. On the clock there, says she's 29,000 miles on her. Unsure if I believe that or not really, but let's see, let's climb in there. Let's climb in there. Now if we ignore the lovely steering wheel cover, I'm not going to take it off easily, and we'll leave it for now. Horn doesn't work. Let's start. But yeah, this is her in all her glory. I will start her up. She's an automatic. And you can see that, well, the fuel gauge works. That's the start, I suppose. It's not charging. She is charging. Charging light works. Yay. Wonder now. Indicators seem to work. Full beam, lights seem to work. Horn does not seem to work. Lights work. Wipers do work, tried them earlier. She has air conditioning. Need to test it to see if it works obviously, but the pump's there and all the lines are there, so I need to see if there's pressure in the system. So I'll take you around the back here and just let you listen to it in all its glory. Forward to getting into this, stuck into it, getting on the road and getting her to a few shows this year hopefully.
the fall. Zero. Everybody's trying to be heroes when all they have to say to be okay is I don't know. Are you okay? I'm not that sure.
Okay, so successful day, very long day. I think I'm up now 19 hours or 20 hours or something, but worth it. Have the two of them sitting together beside each other. Very different cars. One's sort of sporty, one's grande spec. But yes, what should I call the project? I've had Project X-Pac, I had Project Escort. I don't want to be original and just go for Project Granada. What should I call it? Couple of the suggestions so far have been Project Pernada because it's a Piranha Granada, or just good old-fashioned Project Granada. But let me know in the comments down below what you think, and let me know what route you think I should take with this. And as well, I'm open to suggestions. At the moment, my initial thoughts are to put a nice set of wheels on it, and I have a front spoiler already bought for it. Bought it before I got the car, it was smart. But I have an RS front spoiler. I don't even know how it goes on, to be honest, but no idea. But I'll get it on at some point, trial fit it. I would like a rear spoiler as well, I think, although seeing it on the trailer today with the boxy rear end and stuff on it, it's starting to grow on me, just having the no spoiler in the back. But yes, other things, like I would like to get rid of them funky looking 6x9 things in the back and put a flush mounted one in. I have full beam but no dip beam. I have no heater, but there is, hang on, I'll show you, the mighty power barn. That is the V8, now that I'm not standing on the side of the road. Right, one thing to note about this, it has aircon. You can't really see it. Oh, where is me? I don't even know where my torch is, to be honest with you right now. Finally, I have a car with a bonnet wide enough to take the bonnet light without it sliding off. So anyway, where were we? It has aircon. Pump is down in there. You can see the pipes of it coming up here, and if you do this, there's gas in it, so that's a good start. Just need to work out now why it's not working. I haven't really tried it properly yet, to be fair. I'm going to come down again tomorrow in daylight whenever I'm not annoying the neighbours with the V8 Wonder and try it then. But overall, I'm very happy tonight. I'm going home happy. The car is, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm going to say rust free completely. I can't find a single bit that needs welding on it whatsoever. Underneath of it is mint. You can even still see the factory spot welds and everything on the sills and all the joins underneath, so it's never seen any welding in there. The outer body has been painted at some point, but it doesn't seem to have any filler in it. The bumpers have been colour coded. That's one of the things I want to change. I want to get that back to chrome, or at least black. I don't like them gold. I think it's too much gold. The grille is grey. I'm not sure if it's meant to be. I would like to go black with that, I think. Or it might need to be chrome. I don't know what the front of a Granada is meant to look like. That's my bread and butter right there. I'm going to have to do a bit of learning. So until tomorrow, whenever I do a bit more playing, I'm going to go home and have a good night's sleep, hopefully, because I got about 3 hours sleep last night. Enjoy. Okay, so it's now the next day. We're back. And thankfully it wasn't a dream. I do own a V8. So yes, the Granada is on the lift, and the first thing I noticed whenever I go to look it over, wheel bearings at the front are hanging out of her. So they are the same style as a Capri, as it turns out. You can adjust them, tighten them or whatever. So I have one cap off over here just to see. No grease whatsoever. Dry. So I'm going to take the wheels off at the front here, have a look in around all the bushings and stuff at the front, and adjust these wheel bearings up to see if they're going to be okay with just tightening. Otherwise I'll have to buy a pair, which isn't the end of the world right enough. But from first glance, up in the inner wing stuff all looks very solid, I have to say. It's different to what I'm used to this. You'll see in a minute whenever I get the wheels off, but it's not a standard McPherson strut setup at the front. There's double wishbones, so there's a lot more bushes and stuff to go wrong. So I'm hoping that whenever I get the wheels off, it all looks good. Here's something that I bought earlier. Granada front spoiler. So I'm gonna have to get it painted black and fitted as a matter of urgency. Never mind the fact that I've got MOT booked for this thing a few weeks' time. But anyway, overall so far I haven't got right underneath it. I've stopped to do the wheel bearings, but overall so far looks pretty good and rust free. So yes, get on with this wheel bearings thing. Now then, what do we have at the front? They look suspiciously like M16s. And the discs actually look pretty good. That's a start. See, they're just freewheeling there. So, what do we have in here? We have upper and lower wishbone setup with a spring and a drop link in the middle to an anti-roll bar. And then there's also some sort of a tie rod sort of a thing here as well as an anti-roll bar. I'm unsure if that's factory or not, to be truthful. Oh well. Brake hoses. Apart from the fact that the copper isn't actually connected to anything, it's just hanging there. The brake hose pipes themselves look actually pretty good so far. Bottom ball joint gator is good. I think I'm going to tighten these wheel bearings up and then to try everything for play, because it's hard to tell at the moment where it's sitting.
I went by your house, what a big mistake. But for a while I thought that I wouldn't break. I need something else to clear my head. So
They don't look horrendous. I think I'm going to pack this with grease and send it, see what happens.
someone to tell me how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life.
a good dollop of grease into the cap as well. Just smush that on in there. Maybe more actually. It'll just squeeze the excess out. So that's a lot better than it once was anyway. While we're in here, I'm gonna get my hands cleaned up and see what the brake pads are like. I'm not going to lie to you and tell you they're great, because they're not. But I think I have a set of 2.8 green stuff pads there, so I might fire them into it too while I'm in here. Okay, one side done. The other side is just going to be the same as this side, so I'll probably skip that bit. Okay, so that's the pad that came out of her. As you can see, there really isn't much left on it. These came with my Capri whenever I bought it. So these line up perfectly and seem to be the same pad. So that works out quite well. I don't have to buy anything. And the green stuff as well, so they're a bit more upgraded. So I'm going to change the pads as well at the front, and might as well do this all while I'm in here. Okay, so both sides wheel bearings have been taken out, re-greased, readjusted, put back together. I've also done the brake pads as well. I've put the green stuff pads that I had in them. The suspension at the front isn't in bad condition really overall. All the ball joints and stuff seem good. The bushings on the tie rod or on the roll bar drop link thingies are cracked. So I will probably just buy a replacement kit of poly bushes for those. While I'm doing that, the gator over here is split on the steering rack, so I'll do that as well. And while I have that off to replace said gator, I'll put a pair of track rod ends in her. Overall, it looks fairly solid in there, so not too worried. Brake lines are another thing that South Africans mustn't have a care for, really. They're all just hanging. There's no like all the copper pipes and all just hanging on her, so I'm going to have to maybe work out what way they should be in a Granada and buy the braided hoses and stuff and do it nicely, because I would like to be able to get stopped with the family in the car, really. What else? There's a modification has been made to the front of her here. On the standard setup, from what I can see from looking online, these have like a big threaded thing on them with a bush that goes through there, but these have been done with like rose joints. So as much as I've no doubt it is a good job, the welding wouldn't leave a lot to be desired, so I'm gonna take these apart whenever I'm doing the bushes over there and re-weld those properly, clean it all back, re-weld it, paint it. The rears I haven't had off yet, but from a quick look, again, brake lines wouldn't be a speciality here. It goes from a flexi, yes, to the trailing arm, the back, which is good, all good. Comes to here, these calipers, it's been converted to calipers at the back already. And I don't think it's done right, because there seems to be a slider on the caliper up in there. And it's a hard pipe going to the caliper, so I don't think that's right. I think I'm going to have to weld a wee tab onto the rear trailing arm thingy here and put a flexi from there straight into the caliper instead of trying to put it through that bracket. So I'll probably do that as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a limited slip diff, but the exhaust is a thing of, I wouldn't say sheer beauty, but my word. It has got one silencer at the back, into two 3-inch, then into two 3.5-inch. It's like two sewer pipes running up it. Into an X pipe, and then up into the two manifolds. Also, there's an oil cooler thing here for the transmission, which has seen better days. See, it's leaking, so I think I'm gonna have to probably put a wee nice wee oil cooler, like the same as the one I put on the on the Capri. I'll probably run that up to the front somewhere and hide it in behind the grill. Try and do the thing half right. But yes, overall quite good. I'm going to put the wheels back on it now. I'm going out to a car show tonight, the first one in about 2 years. So a friend of mine is coming to pick me up in Mark 1 Capri 1600 GT. So I might include a bit of it in the video, we'll see. But for now, I'm going to put the wheels back in this thing, take it outside and give it a good power hose and in around the arches underneath it and in around the engine and stuff. Then it'll be dry for the next time I come back to work on it. Right. Okay, so that's the front brakes and wheel bearings done at least. And while I was in there, I noticed it needs a gator on the steering arm. It needs those bushings aren't in great nick on the tie rod thingies. It needs, while I'm doing the gators on the steering rack, I'm going to have the tracker ends off, so I might as well do that. Upper ball joints need replaced, bottom ones are actually okay, might replace them anyway. Needs an oil cooler because that one's like an ATF everywhere. Yeah, I don't know actually what box that is, so if anybody knows what box that is, let me know. Yeah, underneath this thing is ridiculously sized exhaust. It seems to go from 2.5-ish down there into 3.5-ish here, back into 3 here, and then out into this twin thing. So that'll be why she's very loud. Yeah, there's no limited slip diff in her, unfortunately. That's one thing I did check for immediately. The wheels turn a different way, so that's not going to work. As for the back, somebody's converted them to calipers. I'm unsure as to what caliper they are. I haven't had the wheels off yet. But I will probably have to change the brake lines because I've just noticed it's a sliding caliper, and yeah, it's a solid pipe going out, so that's not going to pass MOT. I'll probably put new flexis on everywhere and do it all properly. Yeah, it's not too bad really in here. Rust wise, it's pretty much perfect. There's no rust that I can see on her anywhere. Hardly even any surface rust, to be honest. It's all fairly tidy. Yeah, overall pretty happy. I have to get a few bits ordered up. I've already ordered all the suspension bits and stuff, and I've ordered the brake lines. So I'll try and get the rest of it all ordered up and get stuck into it soon. I have this booked for MOT on the 6th of August. This is meant to be at a show on the 7th of August, so I think there's going to be a bit of a fight here between the two of them as to which one gets my attention. But yeah, fairly happy. As I've said many times, I'm sure by now. If you like what you've seen and you like the new project car, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you'd do to it. Let me know what you'd call it. And if you know of any parts for sale for Mk2 Granada, I need trim bits, I need the bumper. As you can see, it's cracked there. And the top of it has been colour coded or the whole way around on the caps. And the rear bumper as well is up and done. I would like to change those to clear indicators, I think. And I need to paint up my spoiler. I need a rear spoiler. I would like a rear rubber spoiler or an RS spoiler, I'm not fussy. And for future proofing, I would like a 2.8 injection tank for one as well. If that gives you an idea maybe what's coming in the future, let me know in the comments. So yes, enjoy. Thanks for coming along and thanks for listening to my rambling. I don't know what's coming next. I don't know whether I need to get back to this. I think the exhaust might be going on to this tomorrow potentially, at least some of it. So I'll need to get this thing off the ramp again and put the Capri on tomorrow, but I think it's just going to be a mix smash of content in the next while between this and whatever else I have coming in. So yeah, anyway, have a good one and see you in the next one. Bye.
Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life.